Hey everybody, welcome back to the Vestibule of Heck podcast, episode 3. I'm Brendan.
I'm Mitchell.
And this week, oh my god guys, super excited. We have a super special guest. Who is it?
My name is Blackademiks. I'm a battle rapper out of upstate New York, and I'm happy to be on the Vestibule of Heck. Pretty excited.
And we are happy to have you.
Glad
but
someone
before we
is.
get into it this week, Black, what did you do this week?
Starting strong.
Oh, what did I do this week? Well, I have a battle coming up at the end of the month. Because I got to plug shit. October 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been writing for that, and just working and playing video games because I'm a piece of shit.
Oh boy, what have you been playing?
Been Bloodborne, which is classic.
Hell yeah.
Been playing some Bloodborne. Today, I had to fucking uninstall all my graphic drivers on my fucking laptop and reinstall them all so I could get Overwatch working again because, Blizzard is fucking shit.
What is this like a big problem that a lot of people are having?
I Googled it and everyone's like, oh, you gotta uninstall your drivers because it was like, I've been playing Overwatch since it came out and I had no issues with it. And then one day it was just kind of like, you don't have a good enough graphics card, and I'm like, nigga, what? Are you memeing on me right now? So, and then
No, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, and I'm like, I look it up and they're like, yeah, you gotta uninstall all your graphic stuff and then reinstall it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then today I did that because I'm a slave to video games. Obviously.
You're weak.
I'm a weak-willed man. So
I'm not gonna do it. I did it. Alright, Mitchell, what have you been up to this week?
Same.
Uninstalling graphic drivers.
You had to uninstall your
Yeah, I don't play Overwatch. I just did it for fun.
Sometimes I just uninstall my graphics drivers and I reinstall them through I just go through boot and I do some command prompt shit.
I don't judge your hobbies.
You should definitely judge my hobbies. Everyone needs to be judged sometimes. This week I got my first article published in my school's newspaper.
It's about pumpkins.
Which is fun. It's not about pumpkins. Oh boy,
that's the other
missed opportunity.
That's so I'm the sports writer, one of the sports writers for our school newspaper.
Okay.
So I wrote a little article on how it's like how it was to move from a town where baseball was pretty big to a place where we don't have a baseball diamond on campus, but our hockey arena, our rink, is like top notch.
Where do you go?
Big
Potsdam?
hockey community. Potsdam.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I'm 25 minutes away from the Canadian border.
The moral of the story is he's a writing whore, and he's cheating on Heck Media.
I gotta do the hustle.
Gotta pay the bills, man.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm not gonna
Okay.
Slow your
Hey,
roll.
Do you
for
not
my
know
resume?
about our yearly budget?
Oh, $20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've exceeded that.
Oh, we're way over.
Yeah,
We are in the red.
Luckily, we're at the end of the fourth fiscal quarter, so at least we'll get $20 more on the first, which we'll probably go to back pay. Nobody gets paid. All two of us don't get paid. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's see. I don't know. We could go to our old standby and remind people why they hate football.
Oh,
I really haven't been. I've watched maybe 2 games this season, and they were both Raven losses, so I'm already mad.
Yeah, watching 2 games is probably the right number of games to have watched.
as a Ravens fan,
Oh, sure,
especially.
yeah. So,
Well, football, I don't know what it is. I guess part of it, I watched the game, part of the game last night before I got fed up and shut it off. The Broncos and the Chargers. Every time that the Broncos couldn't move the ball. Every time it would be 3rd and 10, so you need 10 yards, let's run a route for 3.
Jesus.
Just every time.
You want to do your threes and in, so you just get tackled immediately.
Just every time. It's just infuriating. Throw the ball.
Well, no, it's all about being safe and playing small ball for stats, so you can make baseball cards or football cards.
Just kill
With
myself.
trading cards. I haven't been watching a lot of football either. I'm a Broncos fan, so I don't have to.
They got embarrassed
Like,
last
look,
night.
we're doing okay. And then, oh yeah, last night
They got beat
How
by
about
the
the
Chargers.
Fucking are the Chargers doing okay this season?
They are now 2-4. So Phillip Rivers has this curse, and this isn't original thought on my part. I'm kind of just regurgitating. But it always seems that at the end of games, after leading the whole game, Phillip Rivers goes down 4 points, has 30 seconds, no timeouts, score.
Magic.
And he never does, and he's always miserable.
He's just a sad boy. I wonder how many times you can go, how much you can go on Google and look up his picture and see how many of them are sad.
I would wager
a
lot.
Sad face on. So speaking of some good football, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, Afro Boys back,
again.
Getting the start.
Oh yeah, that's Sunday, right?
Yep.
Ooh, who are they playing?
I don't fucking know.
Nobody cares about Kaepernick's football playing. It's just the fact that he's playing again.
My real question is, how's all that hair gonna fit in a helmet?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Is he shaving it? Like, I assume he's shaving it, right?
Probably.
He has to.
What if he doesn't? Wait a minute. What if he puts on like a hard candy shell?
See, but there's no way, because he was the backup quarterback when he had that hair, so he would have had to put a helmet on to play if Gabbert went down.
Oh, good point.
So there's got to be a way.
This guy maybe has like some kind of like shower cappy type of
who was the
restraint device?
Who was the big motherfucker who had all that hair? Palomalu or whatever. Just pull one of those things. Just get it all down, put it in the helmet, and call it a day.
Yeah. I'm happy that obviously when the thing happened with Kaepernick a couple weeks back, where he didn't stand for the national anthem, or he kneeled rather. He didn't just not. He
kneeled
for the national anthem. People were talking about him, and we mentioned, I think in the first episode.
Yep. Yeah.
Of the podcast, that nobody gave a shit about him when that happened. Before that happened. Before that happened, he was just like a second string quarterback or third string quarterback. And once again,
that's not the entire narrative. He was.
Well, I mean, for the most part. I mean, he was okay.
He's a mystery, though. He got so much worse. Like, you don't see that.
Right.
He got so much worse.
Oh, right, because we were looking at before last podcast. We're making a timeline now. Before last podcast, weren't we looking at his stats?
Yeah, because we were comparing we were talking about some other young quarterback, and we were comparing them, and his stats aren't bad.
Yeah, it's just he's not good.
He went to a Super Bowl at an NFC Championship game, and then somebody space jammed his talent out of him.
I have a theory on this, and I need you guys to back me up on this. So Super Bowl trophy, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Who's usually the first person to hold the Super Bowl trophy? Quarterbacks.
Is it quarterback?
Typically,
I thought it was whomever the MVP was.
Yeah, me too. Is there an MVP trophy anyway, though, or am I making that up?
Well, yeah, there might be, but whoever the Super Bowl MVP is, I'm pretty sure it's who they hand the trophy to first.
Good point.
Well,
good point.
Either way, I'm thinking
Roger Goodell actually is the first one.
So he's
Are you saying Roger Goodell is space jamming the NFL players?
Yes! That's what I'm saying! No, okay. I think there's something, when he touches it the first time, right? He puts some kind of fucking spell on it, alright?
Some juju.
Stay with me. Puts like a spell.
Roger Goodell, wizard, got it.
Right, and they touch it, and everyone on the team gets to touch it, and they get a little worse. Right?
But why would the commissioner of the NFL want that to be the case?
Because that creates drama. Because if there's one team that's just really good, not gonna be as fun.
Oh, so it hasn't worked.
It never is. Remember that one season when the Seahawks were 2 years ago, where the Seahawks were just dominating?
Well, yeah, but now what you're saying is it hasn't worked because the Patriots won a Super Bowl and they're still really fucking good.
Yes. So something's going wrong. His power's getting weak. How old is he?
Who cares?
Who cares?
No. If he's older, his power must be waning. Listen, I'm just saying, Space Jam rules. If we're going Space Jam rules.
Were those rules in Space Jam?
I'm just saying Space Jam rules.
Well, we'll have to see in the second one. We'll have to see in the new one coming out with
LeBron. Right?
LeBron's
King James.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because it's supposed to be a washed-up basketball player, so it should be like Kobe or Dwayne Wade.
Listen, motherfucker, you watch your mouth about the Black Mamba.
He was terrible.
I don't care.
Last season.
I don't care.
Yeah, but washed up, he would be great in Space Jam because he could stretch his arms all across his.
If he didn't have that issue with the white woman, he probably would be in Space Jam.
Oh, is that the problem? Is that the fucking?
Yeah, sure.
That's what it is.
No, I mean, because there was a whole issue with him, like, where he got accused of, I don't know if it was rape or it was just plain sexual assault. They're not going to put him in a movie.
No,
they're not
but
going to.
I mean, you could use Dwayne Wade.
You know, I can get behind that. Or fucking, God bless Carmelo Anthony, because you know he can't get anything.
Yeah,
man
but
can't get a ring.
But he's
good,
current.
but man can't get a ring.
He's still, you know, if not in his prime, in a place where he can
Sure.
still win.
I don't know anything about basketball.
Good. Well, let's just ostracize him.
So, well, I wanted to get into basketball this whatever season. Is it still going? I have no idea.
A preseason is
probably going
currently
right now?
happening.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I can get into it now.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go watch some Washington Wizards ball.
Yeah?
They were my.
Yeah, no, that's what I said too.
There's a reason. No. They were I played NBA Live '99 a lot as a kid.
Okay.
And I picked the Wizards because I think Wizards are cool.
Fair.
Like I didn't know. Like I don't fucking literally who the Washington. Who are you again? But so I wanted to start watching it because I grew up a Mets fan for baseball, and so I always watch Mets games. I didn't really get a chance to like any other teams.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't change it now because it's too much of a part of my personality. And then for football, I've always been flip flopping because my parents are Giants fans, and my brother was like an Eagles fan, then he was a Saints fan, and then I have a bunch of other friends. You're into the Rams and Ravens, and I'm like, I'm not that closely connected with football as I am with baseball, and so basketball is even farther removed because like I can't play basketball.
Sure.
Like I am awful at basketball, so like I never played, as a kid.
So you don't have that connection to it. I mean, the way you tier it out is probably the opposite for me. My family was a Lakers family, so from the time I was out of the womb, we were watching Lakers games, and I'm pretty sure I have baby pictures in Lakers gear. Like,
oh, hell yeah.
I was immediately in there. Football, I got into football pretty late because, like, we watched it, but it wasn't, like, our sport. But my family was from Baltimore, so Ravens, LOL, so I became a Ravens fan. And baseball, no one in a 30-foot radius of my family gives a fuck about baseball. So, like, that's just nothing. I never played baseball, never watched baseball. But one day I'll get into it, I'm sure.
Listen, I'll get into basketball. You'll get into baseball. It'll be great. No, it won't. You'll hate it. Baseball.
I'll be so mad.
Is entirely too long. 162 games is too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll watch every single goddamn one of them, and I'll like pay to watch them all.
Well, and here's the thing too: is
dying sport.
162 games is too long to be an accurate metric. Like, when you look at
that's why the people
is that
typically,
162
like, cut it
games
up.
per team or
Yeah.
just in general?
Yes.
Wow, Jesus.
So football, 16 games. That's not enough to really determine who's actually the best. So very often you have somebody winning the Super Bowl that's not actually the best team.
Sure.
And then you have baseball, which is 162 games, which is too fucking many. So you have so many games that by the end of the year your players aren't there anymore. And then again, you have the teams that aren't actually the best winning. But then you have basketball, where I would say probably at least 90% of the times the team that wins the championship is actually the best team.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
I can agree with that.
Find that middle ground there, baseball.
Okay, so listen, I love how long baseball seasons are, but you're absolutely right.
But it would be the same.
I do the.
It
Well, I mean, I
cover
guess
the
the cool
same
thing
number of
is-
months. You just wouldn't have players like struggling to play back to back to back 3 days
I mean, it
in
must
a row.
be cool because there have been times where, like, it's not football season. It's like, man, I'd love to watch a football game. There's rarely a time where you can be like, man, I want to watch a baseball game and there's not one on, right? 'Cause
Yeah, it
it's,
doesn't
like,
give you a
most of
chance
the
to
year.
miss it.
Oh yeah. Baseball season just ended it's not over yet because the World Series hasn't even happened yet.
Right.
It goes into November almost. I think.
Depending on how long
the
the series takes.
Yeah. So it'll be late. It's usually late October, early November, and then it starts up again. I mean, they start doing spring training. I mean, into spring, so you have like 2 months of no baseball. So I get baseball basically,
How long?
and then
how long is the lifespan of a baseball player? Like, how long do they generally play for?
oh, I would say probably if they go in early, if you're looking at like they probably start playing like Major League Ball when they're 18 to 20. You're probably looking at like 7 years of effectiveness.
Yeah,
10
but
years
you're
of
also
existence.
looking. Those numbers are hard because you're also looking at like the people that you know. Yeah, they'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Sure.
But then like the average NFL career is somewhere under 2 years.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Even though you
linemen
can
and
you
stuff.
can rattle off
right,
people that
sure.
have been in the league for 10 years, dozens of them. But it's like the ones you don't know that are there for a year and then they don't get signed to a team and then they're gone.
Sure.
That and there are like there's wild. I mean, you'll have crazy outliers. Like one of my favorite players of all time, Bartolo Colon. The man is 43, somewhere in that range.
He's in his 40s. He's not 40. He's over 40.
Yeah. He's in his 40s. He's been playing. He just ended his 19th consecutive season.
He did do steroids though.
He did steroids. He's a pitcher for the Mets. Now he's a pitcher for the Mets, and he's never had a surgery. Like, he hasn't had elbow surgery
at all.
He hasn't had back surgery at all in 19 years of playing.
And he's
professionally on the professional.
And how good is he? Like, is he like?
He's good.
He's arguably their most consistent pitcher.
Oh, he is definitely consistent. Yep.
Like, so
he's someone we would put in against a team that's like good but not great.
Well, yeah. He's not somebody who's going to throw you a shutout, but he'll rarely let up more than 3 runs.
Yeah. And then all of our aces are young and constantly damaged because the seasons are so long. I mean, like I said, they start in spring and they end in the beginning of winter. That's entire. Like the beginning of our seasons, we kind of in baseball, at least people I know, we kind of break up into like 3 parts. So they have like the beginning of the season, everyone comes out strong and they got like their best players out and like no one's really getting injured. But then when you start transitioning from the first third to the second third, it starts falling apart. Like our team, the Mets this year, we absolutely fell apart. It was a mess. People were getting injured left and right. We lost a bunch of our like key players, and then coming back from that's difficult too, because not only do you have to like nurse them back to health, but you also have to start trying to balance in the new guys. So it's a big mess.
I mean,
and also baseball's dying.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Sure.
I think part of why baseball is dying though is because it's the most inconsistent sport out there. Like there's no uniformity in the stadium. And then, like, at the end of the year, they expand the roster, and you can bring, like, something like 20 more people up from the minors just to have...
Jesus.
Yep.
There's no... And then there's the different, like, you have one league with designated hitters and one league without. And they're playing each other.
Yeah. American League, they use designated hitters, right?
Mm-hmm.
National League doesn't.
Which means the pitcher doesn't have to bat.
Oh,
it's
so
somebody who bats for the pitcher every
now,
time around the
from my
rotation.
understanding, I'm just because I remind you, I don't know a shit thing about baseball. So there's the national, and then there's what's the other?
American League,
and that's all under the MLB, but they do different rules.
Yes.
That sounds insane.
And they play each other, and
that also sounds insane.
And like Mitchell said, none of the stadiums are the same. There are stadiums that have like. They're like out of like some kind of anime. Like they have like these special like Fenway Park, the
Green Monster.
Red Sox. They have the Green Monster. They just have a really tall green wall as part of their outfield.
So it's real hard to hit home runs on that particular side of the field.
How? But no other stadium has that?
No, some stadiums.
Well, they have like variations, but like no, it's not uniform.
Well, yeah, and then you have the whole thing where some places the left field wall will be 350 feet out, and some places it'll be 400 feet out.
So it'd be like if you're like playing basketball and like just in LA, the nets are just a bit higher than all the other places in the country.
Pretty much.
Like, what the fuck?
And like the court curve.
the court has been tilted.
Yeah, they tilt the court. No, that's the thing. I mean, I really like it, only because I grew up with it.
Sure, yeah, no, definitely.
It's like we used to when I used to play like travel baseball. We'd go and you get like before the game, you get to like scout out the field and like go check it out. Like what kind of like how's their grass, how's their dirt, like how are their plates, how are their bases, and so it was really interesting from a player's perspective.
Sure.
But jumping into that as a viewer. Like if I didn't have the background with baseball that I have, I probably would not watch baseball.
Well, a lot of things about sports. I mean, like for instance, I like basketball so much, and I like the Lakers so much because I had nostalgia with it. Like, I grew up with my family being together all the time to watch the Laker games and watching the NBA Finals together with our, like, jerseys on. So, I get it. Like, maybe baseball isn't my sport, but I can respect someone for really enjoying it because, the history's there.
Exactly, and it is a lot of nostalgia. Like, going to Shea Stadium as a kid was awesome. Going to Citi Field now it reminds me of Shea Stadium, except Citi Field's a good field. Shea Stadium was a nightmare. It looked like a parking garage, first of all.
Oh, okay.
It looked like a parking garage. It smelled like a parking garage. And it had these... So, no money, right? So you're sitting in the big nosebleed seats all the way at the top, 3 million feet up. You can barely see the field. You don't know when the ball's hit except when everyone screams.
Oh, my God.
And you're sitting in front, and they had these giant concrete pillars just in front of seats. Like, there's pictures of, I'm sure you can like, if you Google it, there's just in Shea Stadium, there's like these couple seats that were directly behind a concrete like pillar, like, and it's not small either. It's got to be like 7 feet wide.
Yeah, it's
like,
the width of the 2 seats.
Yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck?
People pay for that.
Yeah, people like.
Oh my. Okay, I just pulled up a
but...
picture now, and what the fuck?
Right, and that's that's why baseball is dying. It's complicated. There's a lot of it's one of those sports that, because there's so much of it, it gets ridiculously specific statistics.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a baseball fan. I'm a statistics fan.
Sure.
I watch maybe half of the games from my team in a season because I don't want more than that.
And the games are like 3 hours long.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Which I mean,
and they're unpredictable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you could have one that's 2 hours and 45 minutes, and you can have one that's 5 hours long.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, if you go extra innings, there's no limit on extra innings.
What the
hell? It will just go till someone wins. It's like Quidditch.
I was just gonna say, that's some Quidditch shit. Played for 9 days.
Seriously, and they would. That would be a thing. I've seen games go to like the 20th. It's supposed to go 9. Like,
what the hell?
And, yeah, baseball's crazy.
Maybe I'll just get into it for the memery
like
that is baseball. Maybe that's how I'll get into it, just how ridiculous it is.
Oh man, I will email you some good old baseball memes, and you'll get into it. Oh my god, wait! Speaking of memes, I want to transition off sports for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to know that Heck Media has officially become a real website.
Oh my god, yeah, let's talk about this.
We got our first bad comment, and this will kind of curtail into Mitchell's performer profile this week interview.
It occurs to me we really should have had like a party horn sound effect ready for that.
I'll put it in post.
We're a real website.
Don't you fucking worry.
Don DeMarco.
So we got our first bad comment, and I'm not gonna. It's on the performer profile interview for Blackademiks. I'm not gonna say the name out loud, but it's Johnny Calcorn. Listen, it's public. If he didn't want it, he's not gonna listen to this anyways. So
you don't know that he could be our biggest fan.
Oh well, then he's getting a shout out.
You're alienating Mr. Calcorn. He's my boy.
I don't give a shit, Mr. Calcorn. I wanna. So he posted on the performer profiles of Blackademiks. As you're all aware, Blackademiks does battle rap. Mm-hmm. I would call it like a performance art.
Sure. Yeah. No, I think that works.
It's a performance thing, and it has nothing to do with music. And it's something I actually wanted to talk to you about, the difference between battle rap and rapping in music. But he just posts just 3 words, and they're the most important 3 words that I've ever read in my life. Rap isn't music.
Which, first off, memes, but
he really undercut me. He really did. My the whole moral of the piece, the one thing that I wanted the audience to get from it was that rap was music. He completely undercut me.
He destroyed your whole 4 pages in 3 words.
So if you're listening to this, Calcorn, watch your step.
So I want to point out at this point, when I saw this, I was laying in bed, and my phone it notified me that we got a comment, because it notifies me for every comment and every share we get. And I go to look, and I start laughing. I can't stop laughing, and I immediately call Mitchell. He doesn't pick up because he doesn't care.
I'm not gonna fucking answer my phone for you.
That's the love at Heck Media. I'm just gonna go cry myself to sleep like I normally do. So I saw it and I was so excited because I feel like the hallmark of any successful or the start of any successful endeavor is someone doing something stupid in your vicinity.
Sure.
Because not once in that article did either of you say rap is music.
No, not once.
No one said that.
Yeah, I gotta say, you were right. It's really. Now, I've never felt more validated.
Right? 'Cause it's like. Mr. Calcorn read this article very thoroughly. His reading comprehension is off the charts.
Oh, sure.
He read between the lines. Not everybody would have picked up on that subtlety there.
The undertones.
Between the lines. He got in there. He's like, I know what you're actually trying to say.
I'm actually a little scared. I feel like he's in my head.
You mean like you're having like a schizophrenic episode? Or he can read your mind?
Maybe
Mitchell
I'm
is Calcorn.
secretly just... It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation.
Like at night, you have a couple too many bevs and you become Johnny Calcorn.
I am Calcorn.
And just start
And you don't care.
posting on Heck Media.
I'm gonna go shit post. But like you can't think of any site to go on because like when you're like Mr. Calcorn, you're just that's the only thing on your mind. So I was just real excited about that. That's
You've made it when you have your first shit poster on a website. Like that's how I know that I was doing okay as a battle rapper when people told me how much I suck. It's like, hey, you care enough to tell me you don't like me. I'm making it somewhere. All right.
Like, oh man, people don't like what I'm doing.
Oh, I think my best example of that. So there's Facebook groups for battle rap, whatever. Like there's a King of the Dot one, there's a URL one. There's a King of the Dot group, and a friend of mine, he made a post, and it was say something nice about a battle rapper you don't like. And now this is the King of the Dot group, so you're expecting people to talk about like well-named battlers, not people like myself, obviously. So I get a notification that I get tagged in that thread, and someone who I have no idea who it is, I'm going to paraphrase here because I don't remember it. It was essentially, Blackademiks looks like he's some autistic weirdo, but he's actually not that bad. And I just I liked it. I'm like, oh, well, go you, friend.
Look at this guy. Look at him go.
I'm making it.
That's impressive.
Hey, big things, man.
He looks like some kind of autistic weirdo. But he's not that bad. He didn't like say that you weren't an autistic weirdo. He just said full an autistic weirdo.
He's grading on a curve.
Right. It's the autistic weirdo bell curve. Oh my god. Oh man. So I think this is a good. I'm going to segue here into something that you wanted to bring up, Blackademiks. You wanted to bring up the idea of Ecochambers.
Oh, sure.
I think these comments are very indicative of a problem on the internet. So, not just in the internet, but I think namely in the internet. I mean, that's kind of our...
I think obviously, because we were talking about this earlier before the whole podcast or whatever, that, now they would be called circle jerks, but before the original term would be, like, echo chamber. And so, before the internet, you'd have, like, groups of people who, let's say they all went to church together, and they all had the same beliefs politically, religiously, etc., etc., etc. And so, because they live in that echo chamber of hearing the same people saying the same things and validating their same beliefs and never really arguing against it, anytime someone else comes in to kind of disrupt that, it's just automatically, whoa, fuck you, you're wrong, you just don't understand, instead of just being like, that's a different point of view. Maybe I should listen and try to understand. I don't have to agree, but I could try to understand it.
Yeah, and I think especially us right here, us three, we have very different opinions on a lot of different things. There are certain things that I hold nearer to me than you do and that Mitchell does. Sure. And so, it's almost as if no one ever taught them that being well-rounded was a good thing.
Well, and I feel like I've said this on a previous podcast. That's our whole point here. Mm-hmm. We want to give everybody a voice that an open and attentive audience cares to hear it from.
Yeah, and not even and a voice, and we give everyone the same kind of promotion. We have a very set way of posting. We have there's no special treatment, right? Even Blackademiks, we've known you for a while.
Sure, yeah.
You're friend of the show. Your friend from home. You're gonna get treated just like everyone else, which is like shit.
Yeah, sorry,
fair enough. Sounds like my life.
Mitchell treats me like shit. I treat him like shit. We're gonna treat you like shit. No, but we give everyone the platform, and Heck Media was very much from the get-go. Hey, art is going to be very either polarizing or subversive to a lot of people. Let's do it as much as we can. Let's get all these people out with different opinions. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done, where you've been. Show me some work. Show me some good work.
Right.
And let's put it out there.
Next step, actual criminals.
Next step, I'm going to a prison, and I'm going to find top 5 favorite shanks. And I'm going to have...
I'm going to be looking out for that
show
one.
me their favorite shanks. Oh well, I mean, I have to bring somebody. I'm not going by myself. I get fucking killed. I'm breaking in. I'm not like gonna go through protocol.
I see.
I'm breaking into a prison.
Top one prison breaks.
Mine. You won't believe number one.
That clickbait. So
yeah, and so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how soon until we start seeing Heck Media clickbait? Because that's when we know you guys have really made it.
Oh, the name of this this episode is going to be Heck Media Exposed Gone Sexual. You won't believe what happens at 30:22.
Surprises throughout.
It was like 30 seconds ago. You won't believe what happened at 30:22.
No, let's just put it as you won't believe what happened 30 seconds ago.
Writing it down now. Yeah, it's horrifying to see the echo chamber circle jerk happen, and it being it bleeding in or becoming the entirety of the political system.
Sure.
And listen, we love having fun here. Except we don't.
Yeah, we clearly don't.
No fun allowed.
No fun allowed. This is the Vestibule of Heck.
We had fun for 1 week, and then surprise, no more.
No, see, I'm starting to see it. We can't go over half an hour because after half an hour, it gets not fun anymore.
Okay, that's your fault. I tried so hard to make this the Ant Death Spiral podcast.
Oh wait, hang on. I don't care what we were talking about before.
Yeah, let's jump to that now because I've been waiting a while. I've been waiting since a couple days.
I supremely oversold this, and I'll pay for it. It's fine.
Wait, so really quick, so at the beginning of the week, we start to workshop what we're gonna do on the podcast throughout the week. Just to make sure we're not just scrambling at the last minute, because that's irresponsible. And so, because we definitely didn't do that today at all. And so Mitchell messaged me and he told me, he's like, I want to talk about ant death spirals. And he's like, but don't look it up. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be thinking about this all week now.
Oh, you're welcome.
And it has been in the forefront of my mind. I was in class. I was just like, I was zoning out, trying to imagine what the hell an ant death spiral was. And now I get to know. I'm so excited.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm so excited.
Really amping you up on that one.
I'm
bad.
so excited to be disappointed.
Yeah, well.
Like every day I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck Media. The disappointment. Thanks.
I think, to quote a famous songwriter, disappointment haunted all my dreams. So what's an ant death spiral?
Someday. All right. So an ant death spiral is a phenomenon where there are certain species of ants that they don't know where they're going per se. They don't really have a sense of direction. They just follow the pheromone of the ant in front of them.
Okay.
So there are ways, and there's tutorials online actually for how to do it. There's a way that you can basically.
Interactive?
What's that?
This is interactive?
Well, yeah, you can make this happen.
Oh, I'm hype.
I haven't actually watched the tutorials yet.
Yet being the key word here.
But my understanding, because I heard about the death spiral before I knew it was just a thing that you could make happen. I thought it was just something incidental. Basically, what'll happen is you can, if one ant goes off track, the next ant will just follow it. So what happens when one ant makes a circle?
Oh my god.
Every ant just follows ant in the perpetual circle until they all die.
That's better. That's better than anything I could have come up with.
Sure.
I was thinking it was some kind of like terrible ant amusement park. Like I didn't know. You're like, this is a thing you can just do. First of all, who's the sociopath?
That's a great question.
I wonder if I can do this.
It's the next step up from burning them with a magnifying glass.
I was just going to say, yeah, the guy with the magnifying glass had to evolve eventually.
He went to school.
Well,
he learned a new trick.
Oh, right, like the guy who's like, I'm going to burn ants with a magnifying glass. He got really interested in like biology and like insect biology, and then he learned about ants because he's like, you know what? Ants have been a big part of my life. It's my favorite hobby is ants. And then he's like, oh, I can step my game. He's like Saw. He's like, he started out with really not complicated, like, this gun's gonna shoot you if you move your hand. Now it's like
the really overcomplicated bullshit.
It's like some horrible, like, Rube Goldberg machine of, like, killing ants. how long would it take them to die?
That's a great question. I don't know how long an ant can live without food or water.
Because you think he just sits there and watches?
Who, a person that does... I don't know. That's a good question.
Is this something we can
who
stream on
starts this death
Twitch?
spiral,
Like,
yeah.
how can we do this?
Can
get
we
this on
do
Twitch?
a flaming ant death spiral where we light them on fire in a circle?
I
with a
feel like that's
magnifying
when
glass?
PETA comes in. Once you put them on fire is when they start caring.
I think that would take them off their spiral?
You gotta set it up. You gotta get a little articulating arm and set up the magnifying glass so they all have to walk through the beam of light and slow cook them as they go around, because they're not gonna run away at the first hit of the light, but it's gonna increase their body temperature.
This got away from me.
It's gotten away from me.
It ant death spiraled out of control.
Every day the ants move way farther from God's light.
You know, I was really tempted.
Which is the magnifying glass.
I was really tempted, by the way, to tell you that Ant Death Spiral is just my new band. Don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
We're indie right
I'm not
now,
ready to show people yet.
And you just pull up some random indie band from YouTube and start playing their music, and we're like, oh, okay, Mitchell. All
That's
right.
Ant Death Spiral.
Oh man, you should pull up some. I've been listening to this really, 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 really good band recently. They're called Crywank. And they have songs like I Am Shit.
I didn't know I had a cover band.
If you guys need to, everyone needs to do this as a favor. Go look up Crywank's I Am Shit. It's this weird pseudo Brit poppy kind of you guys know this. You guys know the Smiths.
Smiths.
Yeah, and they're very much like that sad British pop, but to the nth level. Or just the chorus is I am shit, fucking dick. That's the chorus. It's beautiful.
Sounds about
I listen
right.
to it while I work. I was in the library
That's
today,
the one you
doing
should be
some
listening
work.
to it.
Well, I was listening to it when I was working because I got to keep myself sad so I do more work. Because I do work to make myself feel worthful, and so worthful is definitely a word.
Sure, it is now.
It is now. Surprise! Heck Media exclusive new words.
Guess what exclusive
We're
word
crazy.
we made at 37 minutes in?
You won't believe. And so I was listening to it in the library, and someone walked by and accidentally hooked them up. Their backpack caught my my headphones and pulled it out, and it was right at the beginning of the chorus, and so just really loud. I am shit, and it was in the second floor of the library.
I mean, at least it wasn't
And it was-
loud porn, loud donkey porn or something.
Is that what you listened to in the
No,
library?
that's what he was listening to.
Heck Media exclusive.
That's what he was listening to off of the headphones.
Yeah, that's what I do to cover up my music taste. I play loud, violent porn. That's the System of a Down song, Violent Pornography?
Oh, sure.
It was written by me in the library. Oh my god.
That's
what
ours.
happened? We've lost control of our lives.
We are ant spiraling out of control.
There it is. There's the meme.
Full
Oh
circle.
boy.
Alright, so okay, let's get into a little bit about the profile. Get into the interview.
Yeah, let's
sure.
profile Black.
Well, we want to talk about current events.
I didn't know. Listen, I don't want to police this.
Where's the now? Okay, now you gotta add a rim shot too.
But listen, I'm telling you, we're just slowly becoming Shock Jock Radio.
Yes, Wacky Morning Zoo.
Yeah, I heard you guys had to
gotta
save
get-
up for that fart machine, man.
No, dude, I'm gonna get a launch pad, and I'm just gonna macro it just a bunch of royalty-free sound effects.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna go get a launch pad for some failed DJ off of Craigslist.
That can be our thing. I think I found our hook.
Shock Jock Radio on the internet. Thank God.
Hey, I've never heard
Finally.
it before.
Shock Jock Radio at my own pace.
Shock Jock Radio when I want it. That's how, the vestibule of shock. Fart noise, Benny Hill theme, air horn.
Slide
now we're
whistle.
just becoming DJ iRock.
Yeah.
Like we're slowly becoming DJ iRock. Oh boy. So anyway, the profile. Let's profile.
Yeah, let's
I
re-profile.
can't not say it. That's what we're doing. Like it's. Damn it.
Oh, words are funny.
All right. So how did it go? How did the whole interview process go?
You'd have to ask him. I would say it was a treat, but you know.
I had a good time. I
was hoping one of you guys was gonna say it sucked.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's just edit that out. No shit.
I was hoping he would say it first, so I could come clean about my true feelings.
Well, I'm just gonna edit in the Crywank songs. Like, how was it, guys? I am shit. Like,
oh, really?
Oh, God. Like, oh, tell me more about that. Fucking dick. Like.
No, but I was happy with it. You know, he's a good storyteller.
Yeah, I'm definitely, for lack of a better term. Mitchell was very nice of an interviewer to let me talk as long as I did.
Yeah, you know. I wasn't listening for most of it.
Good.
Sitting with your headphones off. They're around your neck. You're on like the phone with someone else. Mute your microphone.
Like, I think he stopped talking. I think he stopped talking. Hold on. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
I was busy having a Crywank. I mean, listening to Crywank.
Oh my God. So let's get into some battle rap. For people who are not very familiar with battle rap, can you give us like the quick and dirty?
Essentially, two guys or women, because equality. Two people get into a ring, and they have their rhymes. They have their written rhymes because it's not 8 Mile anymore, and it's all about being lyrically better than your opponent and putting down your opponent at the same time. Unless you're doing a compliment battle, which that's other niche of a niche shit.
A compliment battle?
Oh yeah, compliment battles.
Talk about an Ecochambers, Jesus.
They're actually not all that bad. They're pretty funny when they're done well. But yeah, battle rap is pretty, it's fun. It's interesting going back to something you said earlier in the podcast, how it's not really music, which, of course, it is rap. So, I mean, you need to have rhythm. You need to know, like, someone who battle raps probably could be able to make a song if they wanted to. But, you look at someone like myself, I haven't made music. I don't have any interest in making music. Not because, I'm like, oh, fuck music, but more so... Battle rap attracted me. Yeah, battle rap attracted me for something different than the musical background. Whereas you do have a lot of people who they battle rap as a way to get more fans of their music. So they can be like, "Oh, I love his battles. I'm gonna go listen to his CD."
So, and I mean, so you and Johnny Calcorn, huh?
Yeah, Johnny Calcorn's gonna go buy all my mixtapes.
Both of them.
I was hoping you were gonna battle.
Both of them undercutting me, by the way. Evie just started by saying it's not music. Not cool.
That's the whole point. You can't just come on the podcast and lie. Think someone would do that?
Just lie on a podcast?
I like to believe we have more standards than that.
I like to believe a lot of things. So, what's been like your favorite battle to date? I mean, you've been to Toronto.
That I've been involved in?
If you don't say Cashflow Sinatra, we know you're lying.
I mean, Cashflow's definitely up there, because, I mean, that's my first battle. But I had to say my personal favorite battle I've
always
ever
remember
been
your first.
You know what they say, you never forget your first.
You never do. You never forget your first Cashflow Sinatra.
Shout out to my uncle.
I
don't know. Winning the tournament at 413 Battle League, that was nice. I don't know if that's maybe my favorite moment, but I mean, getting a big check, getting free money, that's always fun.
Can you see how hard this was to make him only say one name?
Well, you had to drop the Michael Jordan thing on him. You had to give the fucking
he said Michael
interview.
Jordan.
Well, no, okay.
I did say that. I did say that.
There's a thing in like sports commentary, sports interviews, where you never ask for like a specific name of another player.
Call somebody out.
You're not supposed to do that. And I read it, and he told me, he's like, I did the thing, and I did it on purpose, and it was good.
All right, hold on. I got a good one.
Okay.
EB.
Listening.
Worst battle rapper. One name, no hedging.
Ever?
Blackademiks.
Yeah, ever.
Can I say myself? No.
If you say Chugga, we're done. This partnership's over. The audio's getting scrapped.
See, because he should count himself lucky I said best. No one can get upset at the best. Call somebody the worst.
Call somebody the worst.
Call someone out.
I'm going to call out MC Motion. I think MC Motion's straight trash.
Get fucked.
Get fucked, MC Motion.
Hear that? This is
Book me on your league so I can kill you. But you're trash.
I want to end your life. Man poetry. And okay, so kind of, can you like walk us through what like a battle rap event, how it goes down?
First off, it starts 3 hours after the doors open. Because battle rap doesn't start on time ever.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm like, that's fucking stupid, but okay.
I mean, that's life, you know. I feel like that's a lot of things when you go to clubs and shit. Stuff doesn't start on time, but yeah, you get there. Generally, it's at varying venues. It could be at a bar. It could be at an actual club. You get there, usually drinking, hanging out with people. The way I look at like big battle events, it's kind of like going to like a giant gathering. Like you see all your friends from the last time you saw them at a battle event. You see other battlers if you're a battle rapper, and it's just a good time. You see other people perform, and there's something about being at a live event that's better than just watching them on YouTube. So
yeah, I think that's a really it's kind of like watching sports on TV versus going to
sure,
a game.
Absolutely.
Like I'm not a big basketball fan. I'll go to a basketball game.
Sure, yeah, I've been to I'm not a baseball fan. I've been to baseball games, and they're fun.
Exactly.
Because the energy of the other people there pushes you to like it. Whereas if you're just home, if I'm home watching baseball by myself in my bedroom, I'm probably just going to be mad.
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you gotta say baseball?
Baseball.
You gotta fucking do this to me. Fucking baseball. You might as well just been like, Jared Fogel's a sex player, and he likes baseball. Fuck yourself.
So, speaking of live performance, Blackademiks performing October 30th in Albany.
Yep.
What's the name of the venue?
That's a good question.
Yeah. You don't even know. I felt bad for a second for not knowing. Now you don't know.
I don't think there's really a name of the venue.
Just follow Blackademiks from his home. He'll lead you there.
Yeah, I'll get you there. It's on Lexington Ave, 94 Lexington Ave in Albany, New York. It's in a barber shop, so we're going old school.
Can I get my hair cut while I listen to you?
Amen. Because I mean, what other better way to go to a battle rap than get your hair cut?
It's true.
Yeah, what if someone spits like a real fire bar and you get your fucking you get decapitated?
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Ooh, and just fuck.
Yeah, let's see. Who else is? Let's see. It's Death Wish 2, Spittaz League Albany. You're fighting Hallelujah Jones.
Hallelujah Jones, yeah.
What do you know about him? What's your hot takes?
Hot takes? He's considered top tier in the league. Like, if there was a top 3 battle rappers in Spittaz, he and this guy Mac Mel are probably considered 1 and 2. If you were to just ask a huge group of people who know the league,
I'm going to continue pushing you. How certain are you of your victory?
Very.
Ooh.
Very certain.
Ooh, I didn't even have to try.
What about Jones makes him an opponent that you think you can just kill? Because it sounds like you're gonna kill him.
Tell us why he sucks.
Yeah, that's basically.
I just think, and I'm giving out the trade secrets here because when he's one of 7 people who listen to this podcast.
Yeah. We'll tag him on Facebook.
Definitely, please do. I just have a feeling, just with the experience I've been in my battles, a lot of people approach me the same way that other people do. They do the whole, oh, he's a nerd, and he looks like Carlton Banks, and he's chubby, whoa, fuck this guy, and it's like, yeah, the last 19 people, I just went through a tournament at 413 where almost everyone said that to me, and they all lost. So it's like, learn something here, do something different.
Right. And you've made it kind of part of your persona. I mean,
sure.
Battle rap Carlton Banks.
Sure, yeah. I go to battles wearing sweater vests. I don't pretend I'm something I'm not with battle rap. I mentioned this to Mitchell. My Facebook is public. You can see all the anime shit posting that I do every day. I don't
right.
pretend I'm someone I'm not. So, I guess it works for someone. If he says some shit about me, then you don't know me personally. Then yeah, I guess it works. But if you know who I am, exposing me for being a nerd is oh, Blackademiks is black. Ooh,
got him.
Don DeMarco.
Wait.
Fuck out of here.
Wait.
Don DeMarco.
You're black?
I'll edit that in. Don't worry.
I mean, that's what I have in my paperwork.
Couldn't tell.
Is it true? Is this a Heck Media exclusive?
We're breaking the story.
You won't believe what they said
wide
about
open.
Blackademiks.
You won't believe what Blackademiks said at 50, 28, and 5 milliseconds. It will surprise you. So who else is rapping here? Let me get back to Jones.
Sure.
Hallelujah Jones. What if your style is very much yours, and like a little like you said a little inside baseball. Usually you guys do a lot of like research into who you're going against, so you have really tight bars, right?
Yeah.
And so, what is Jones's style? Does he do the lyrical miracle? Is he hard as fuck? What is he?
I mean, he's a street guy. He has the punchlines. He's not bad. I would not have taken. Doing the whole 4-3 tournament was all people I didn't want to battle. I wasn't going to try and battle somebody I didn't think was good. So when I finally had a choice to battle someone again, I wanted to pick someone that was good. Hallelujah Jones was offered to me, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I like the guy, I respect the guy. Except when we're in the ring.
Right, yeah.
His like I said, he has a street style. He's good with the punchlines. He has a style that's definitely his. He's not someone I'm going to say is a clone of somebody else. He's definitely someone who he's in his own lane and he's doing his own thing, which I think is good because we're going to be two different people coming from completely different backgrounds coming together to battle. So it should be a good performance.
Right, I think that the high level of diversity in both of your styles is going to make it a better battle. I mean, when you see two guys who are lyrical miracles, that can be kind of boring. And so who else is? You know anything about Emer Enough Said? Because they're the other headliners.
Well, MR, because MR.
MR.
Yeah.
What did I say? Yeah.
MR is actually someone I battled. The last time I was at Spittaz a year ago, MR was the last person I battled there. So it's funny seeing both of us as the main events for this card, as we both battled each other once upon a time. MR's really good. Since we've battled, he's really come up the ranks as being someone who I would personally consider top tier in Spittaz. Nuff Said, I don't know a ton about Nuff Said. I know he's had decent showings. I know he's not he hasn't made it to the big leagues, but people know who he is. So, but I think MR's going to take the battle. I think MR knows he just came off of a lot of people are saying is a loss. So I know he's going to come with material that's really going to put him back into the good graces of the fans.
And that's something I wanted to ask quick. We're running up on time here, but when it comes to battle rap, it's very difficult to. Sometimes I find that it's difficult to figure out who won.
Yeah, well, there's.
And I want to talk to you about that because you're in it.
Sure. I mean, personally, I battle rap. Because, battle rap has started as something that was originally freestyling, yada, yada, yada. So it evolves. It used to be judged. It used to be you had two people go. If you look at early King of the Dot, it was all judged battles. So people had their records and things of that nature. And then the farther it went into becoming more entertainment, judging started going away. And there's a lot of things about that, too, where it's just kind of I don't want to do a judge battle because it's bullshit. Because, yeah, there's the argument that it's subjective because it is art. So you may look at a battle, and if you're not really into the street kind of battling, you may look at it and go oh, this is bullshit. Where someone who does get that material will think it's great. So it was really hard to judge something like that. At the same time, though, I think it takes away something to not have judge battles being the norm. If you look at, I've had 13 battles, I want to say, and 4 of those were for the tournament. And so, at the end of the day, yeah, I have debatable battles where you could say the other person won or I won. But I have 4 battles that are judged, and I won every single one of them. So if we want to talk about real record, I'm undefeated. Because every time I had a judge battle, they gave me the win. Everything else, there was no judge. So say what you want to say. I don't give a fuck.
Right, because there's officiated matches, and it's almost like other games are pickup.
Yeah,
pick-up
I mean, usually what the people would say, either it's a judge battle or it's for promo. That's what they used to say early on, so that you would know the difference. But now all battles are pretty much promo. It's a big deal if something is judged, essentially, which is a shame.
It's almost as if it's kind of it's almost like wrestling.
Oh yeah,
professional wrestling.
It gets the comparisons very often between being wrestling. The whole, because people have their characters. Everyone is a character because that's how you become popular. Like if someone's gonna like you because
you have to separate yourself.
Yeah, you do something different than other people. Obviously, there's storylines and it's not like there are situations where it's like this is obviously bullshit, like just to make the battle make sense. But there are battlers out there, like for instance, Murder Mook, who I'd said in the interview as the Michael Jordan of battle rap. He's not my favorite. I just want to point that out right now. He is not my favorite.
Yeah, I cut that.
I know you cut that. That's why I'm saying it right now.
So I said one name.
Murder Mook, I would think, is the Michael Jordan of battle rap. And there's another guy, Howell the Don, who I believe is the greatest of all time, like right now, who is still active. They need to battle each other. And that's something there's a storyline there. Like, both of them have something to prove, and they need to battle each other. And so there's hype around that. That's a battle that people have been wanting for the last 2 or 3 years, at the very least. So when it happens, it's going to be big. It's going to be a big deal. So, yeah, there's a whole idea of, like, their storylines similar to wrestling and things like that.
Yeah, it's obviously less orchestrated than wrestling.
Sure.
Because, you don't really have, like, the scripts with, like, you don't have Vince McMahon coming in.
No. There have been things like, Once Upon a Time, Sue Surf and Hitman Holla battled. And there were a lot of things, like, there was a video that came out where they were fighting each other on the street, but it looked really scripted, and, like, they're good friends. So a lot of people are like, this is just bullshit. Just set up the battle. We don't give a fuck if there's not a storyline. So I'd like it to stay that way, where it's just battles are battles, and if two people have a reason that they need to battle and there's a story there, let there be a story, but don't force one.
So since we're running up on time, let's wrap it up by saying Blackademiks performing in Albany October 30th. Check it out. Remember how much
it is
of a
also
giant,
free. I just want to point that out.
Yeah,
it is a free event. Free event. You don't have to pay anything. Just show up.
Yeah, show some support for a local artist, and when he's up there talking about his guns and how hard he is, just remember how much of a giant nerd he sounded like for the last hour.
If you hear a single gun bar come out of his mouth, leave.
Just leave. Just leave. Walk out.
Yep, so Spittaz League Albany, Death Wish 2, Hallelujah Jones, Blackademiks. Yep, 94 Lexington Ave, Albany.
Yep.
Free.
Free.
So, if I wasn't in Siberia, I'd go. But absolutely, what is it? 5 to 10?
5 to 10, but it's battle rap,
5-10.
LOL, so it'll run late.
Right, expect to leave at midnight.
Show up when you show up. You won't miss the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going pretty well. I think we're gonna call it for the night.
All right, sounds good.
Good call.
All right, so I'm Brendan.
Mitchell.
And I'm Blackademiks.
And thanks again for listening, guys. Have a great night.